Good morning, or if you're watching this as a video, no matter what time of the day it is, welcome. We're going to dive into this in just a moment. On Sunday mornings for tarot time, we do a meditation card, a tarot spread for the week. We've got other divination tools, and the idea is to help you to understand and to prepare for all the changes that are going on. So if you're watching as a video, just hang out for a minute. I like to give the live people a moment to get notifications. And besides that, our Sunday morning tarot times kind of become our community hangout. So I like to interact a little bit with what's going on in the chat and all that stuff. I'll turn my sound off and turn the pings off. Oh, hello, Millie and Kiss, welcome, and Yvonne, Grand Rising. And hi, Karen, and Lakeside Laura's in. Yay, hi, Chris. Laura and Mr. Floyd Universe. Hey, Jared. Well, Jared's not in. But hi, Josh. Josh is in. Hey, Brooke. Oh boy, it's a Sunday morning, isn't it? Hey, Brooke. Or did I just say? Yeah, it's a Sunday morning. All right. I've been up for a while, believe it or not, but I don't think I'm awake yet. Hey, Chris. All right. So. Lots to talk about, lots to dive into. Anyway, happy full moon. First and foremost, we had our full moon just happened a couple of hours ago. I think it was 4:30 a.m. or thereabout. Do I have my ephemeris? No, not handy. I don't think I need. Oh wait, I do have it. Okay, I don't think I need it. Hey, Colleen. Hi, Jody. And hi, Lise. But full moon, Mercury goes direct today, I believe. It might be fun to see what time it is. I mean, it's stationing right now, obviously. But in my Llewellyn astrological calendar, you get the exact time of these events. 3:56 p.m. So it's still retrograde. Well, it's stationed, but at 4 p.m. Eastern time, it's going to go direct. Okay. Right, and then the full moon was today. I thought I was reading this wrong. So we have another full moon on the 30th. So it's kind of like an astrological blue new moon because the second new moon. And what else? We had the moonrise this evening. The farthest north. Wow, that's interesting information. So it's. I think in astrological terms, it's out of bounds because it's away from the elliptical of the sun, like it's a certain amount of degrees. So, yeah, it's interesting because the moon last night is conjunct Jupiter, just a little bit south of Jupiter in the eastern sky, and it's in Gemini. So you'd expect it to be really high in the sky, right? Especially if it's as farther north, you'd expect it to almost be like overhead, but to the north rather than the south. I'll have to look for that tonight if I'm up at midnight or thereabouts. Major lunar standstill every 18.6 years. Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Thanks for sharing that because I didn't know that. Yeah. The sun will ever reach. Yeah, well, the sun will never go any farther north than the solar elliptical path. Absolutely. Yeah, Google it. Yes, I will. I'll definitely check it out. Thank you. So that's interesting. All right. So I think a lot of people have found us. So today, obviously, the big news in town are all these drones, and now for the last day or two, they're closing down airports. They're being sighted in naval bases and military operations. So what I did a couple of days ago, I did some channeling. I automatic writing. I wrote down the highlights. So I transcribed it. I did a short video about WTF is up with all these drones. That's the name of the video. And it's going to upload at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So right after tarot time. It's going to be on the channel, and they got some interesting information. I haven't really researched it a lot. I wanted to get the channeled stuff in first before I dug into what other channels and what people are saying about it. I mean, I've seen the headlines, obviously, but not the meat of it. So we're getting that going on. Meditation, yes. Meditation is it's 6 p.m. tonight. I decided on Sundays to do the evening event at 6 rather than 7. I just think it's going to be Sundays can be a laid back day for most of us. I think people appreciate having things an hour earlier and then just kind of chilling Sunday. I mean, I could be wrong, but yes, it's 6 p.m., not 7 p.m. tonight Eastern time. So thanks for clarifying that. So that's full moon channeling with the master teachers. Excuse me, and Archangel Gabriel. I think I'm gagging on all the Palo Santo I've been burning this morning. All right. So, just as a little sneak preview, as we always say around here, if the media is pointing all the eyes in one direction, see what's going on in the other direction. Obviously, all these drones are geared toward getting our attention for some reason. And like I said, I explained a little bit more in the video, but I feel like as I'm talking, spirit is coming through saying, but you have nothing to fear. Basically, it's all very orchestrated, very planned. It's part of what the deep state or cabal, you want to do, and all it's the steps that they want to take to further centralize power and seize control of the world, because they're losing their power because people are waking up. So fear is a great distractor, right? So I think we're going to see some pretty interesting takes on things this coming week around that. And of course, as we inch closer to Inauguration Day, we'll probably see some information coming around that. If everybody's like focusing on the drones, maybe they're less focused on what's going on Capitol Hill here in the United States with the changing of the guard, so to speak, or other things that are going on around the world, basically. So, very apt comment here. Yes, they did touch on Project Bluebeam in the channel also. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and you don't think that they are drones. That's interesting because it's interesting. They look like kind of like hybrids between drones and little UFOs or alien crafts, and I think part of it is new technology that's being used also. So they may be drones or not drones. That I don't believe they shared a lot of the distinctions in the video, to be honest with that. More of like what's behind it and that kind of a thing. It's interesting. They show me like wind up things. Like, I don't know what that means. Maybe they wind these things up and they fly. I don't know. But anyway, all right. So, and you know what? Thanks, Laura. You know what? There's more than just there's different types, and then we're seeing like the plasma balls around, which could be natural phenomena, but I don't think so. We're seeing a big spike in UFOs, whether they're terrestrial hybrid crafts, in other words, like alien technology blended with human technology, or if they're purely like from other star systems. I think like you said, Laura, I think there's a combination. Maybe wind up means toys. Yeah, they're testing out new toys. Yeah. Now, of course, perhaps these could be used as weapons. I mean, they definitely have drones that can be used as weapons. They can be used for firing, some kind of projectiles, or for biological release of biological weapons. So we can conjecture all we want, but the message around here is always the same. Let's stay in our hearts. Let's stay in our power. Let's keep working on our spiritual growth and development. Things will be revealed. We're going to be safe. We're going to be okay. And things will be revealed on the agendas of what's going on out there, basically. And hi Beth. And regarding the note, I feel we may need to somehow calm the fear so that mass hysteria doesn't ensue, and then martial law is enacted to protect us. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, very, very good comment there. Thank you for that. Um, and Chris is saying, if they are in restricted airspace, why aren't they being shot down? That's a legit question that crossed my mind also. It's like, why, if they're affecting like airports or whatever, why doesn't somebody shoot them down? Why doesn't someone shoot them down and see what they are, basically? Oh, nobody thought of that. Oh, right. With millions upon millions of people out there, nobody thought to maybe shoot one down, see what it is. So yeah, like everything else that's been going on, there's way too many inconsistencies for me to believe that there's not some grand plan behind this, some movement and counter move behind it. And again, like any other conspiracy theory, some of them become facts or whatever. It follow the money, follow how power gets distributed or centralized, and then you can follow the dots and at least have like a framework of what's going on. You may not have the details, but at least you have something to look at or something to follow, right? Um, and thanks, Josh. Keep in mind that the federal government drone laws expire. Oh, I did not know that. The back talk in Washington is creating a new law banning all. Oh, now that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense now, wouldn't it? And hi, Katie. You have to push Congress. They need to not be. It's very controlling. Yeah. Very, very interesting stuff. Yes. It's definitely deep. Yeah. And then some people are conjecturing, this is just things I picked up on Facebook this morning. Like I said on the videos, it's coming out at 12:12 on the channel. Like I said in the video, didn't do any research ahead of time because I wanted to see what I could get through channeling. And now that I've been looking at things, yeah, it's pretty creepy. What were we saying here again, Katie? Entire hearing to push Congress as they need to not be. It's very controlling, yeah. But I think what Mr. Floyd was saying is very astute and very on point with part of why this is happening, to restrict civilian drone. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, very good, very good. Thanks. So you got the latest video from the Real BP Earthwatch. Thank you for that. Yeah. All right, so let's do our meditation card. Let's get back to tarot time. Okay, so anyhow, okay, so mixing cards up a little bit. So we do one card for like a meditation card. That's like an energy that we can work with during the week. So let me just take a moment to clear my thoughts. Allow spirit to. Oh, that was easy. I found my card very quickly. Interesting. All right. 10 of Wands. So as a card of what's going on with us, maybe we're just carrying a little bit too much weight with us, too many responsibilities. Maybe we need to kind of shed a few things. But for a meditation card for this week, the idea is like any other meditation, get very present and relaxed and open. And then when you're really present, this is the Morgan Greer deck that I'm using currently. If you have your own tarot, pull the 10 of Wands or the 10 of Rods from your deck. And then in your mind, when you're very relaxed, imagine that you're walking into or floating into the scene, basically. You only see the opening. You don't see the whole scene yet until you step through. So when you step through, just gauge what you feel. That's the first order of business. Clear your thoughts, clear your feelings, be very empty, be very neutral. Go into that space of presence, or the shunya, the 0 point. And then you step in, what do you feel? What we feel when we're open is a very strong indicator of energies, and we can use that to get psychic and intuitive information. So step in, what do you feel? What else are you seeing? And maybe the meditation is going to be geared on, like, what is it that you're still carrying? What old programs do you still carry in your subconscious? What of other people's energies are you carrying? The weight of the world and all that stuff. It's really a message to just release all the stuff. The feds and the powers that control them are going to do what they're going to do. We don't have control over that, but we do have control of how we respond to it. And I say the way to respond is just to double down on your spiritual practices. If they want to put us into fear and panic mode, let's do the opposite. Go into the heart, get vibrated a very high frequency of gratitude, appreciation, and love, knowing that which created us takes care of us always. No matter what goes on, we'll be fine. And let all these wands off of our backs go, and just be free to just ascend to the cosmos, basically. So anyway, we got, hey Jared, welcome. If you didn't catch the fire home from India, that's where Huda, aka Jared, is right now. Very powerful work, very powerful. So I guess this is a good time for YouTube channel shout outs, right? Huda, beautiful Vedic Hindu spiritual yoga channel, beautiful stuff. More each video that I watch from Huda makes me feel like that you're becoming more and more of a pure channel of light, and it's a really beautiful transition to watch. Lakeside Laura, she has a channel. Yep, Blindly Inspired. Yep, she has a channel also. It's talked about feng shui and other things. Lakeside Laura, just about life, right? And about spirituality in day-to-day life. And also Millie, lots of nature stuff. Chris the Volunteer, lots of channeled stuff in crystal bowls. Of course, Mr. Floyd's Universe. Josh, every morning, what dedication? 10:33 Eastern time, brings his community together, which is connected to this community also, and really kind of works very intimately. It's when I can catch it, I do. It's really a wonderful thing to watch. So and anybody else that has a channel that I did not shout you out, shout yourself out in the comments. It's I think there's one other, and I can't think of it. I think there's one other person here that I can't think of. Christina Day of Spiritually Selfish, another brilliant YouTube channel. Okay, you popped in right at the right time when we're doing channel shout outs. And I love your handle, Spiritually Selfish, because a lot of times, you think about spirituality, it's all about me, right? My growth, my ascension, or whatever. But you know what? What was I going to say? There's being selfish in terms of doing the best for yourself, so you can be the most there for other people or society. And then they're selfish, like saying screw you to the world and staying out till 4 a.m. Drinking and spending all your money while your family suffers. We'll distinguish. There's positive selfishness also, right? But very good, very good. Brooke has a channel. Thank you, Millie, for that. I'm not seeing Brooke's videos. I think I subscribed to her channel. But anyway, let me find a Brooke comment. Here we go. Felicia, thank you. So this is my channel. I have new videos up as Spirit leads me to post. Thank you for that. So I'll have to find your channel and subscribe to that. Where is yeah, this is worth posting also while I'm looking for Anyway, Ten of Wands is moving on energy. You are authorized to move. Could be moved to higher levels of consciousness or physical move. What am I carrying to the next stage? Good interpretation. Thank you. Oh, my. You guys have a lot of comments here. Anyway, all right. Yeah, anybody else? Please. So let's do our 3-card spread. Okay, Brooke Van Fleet, right? YouTube is new to me for posting, so we have a new channel. Okay. Christina, let's see. She did a wonderful interview with us about a year and a half ago. Oh gosh, so Josh has been on a few times. I think February or March, I'm going to start with guest interviews again. I've just had so much on my plate lately. I had to pull back from a few things. All right, so we're doing a 3-card spread, so we'll see if we can pick up more energy from the coming week, basically. Channel, I like that channel. Yeah, my channel's really been a reflection of my soul growth now, and it's like I'm really, it's easy to say. It's not always easy to do, as far as like let go, let God, and all that. But I've been finding the more I've just let go and really not been so hyper focused on the growth of my channel, the better it's done. I'll put it to you that way. Big surprise there, right? And it's really the Medium channel really had been a focal point of my soul growth. Ever since New Year's Eve 2019, when the master teachers, the group that I channeled, came through and said to start a YouTube channel, and I rebutted saying, I guess you guys never saw me on camera if you want me to do this. So I took the challenge. I reprogrammed so that I could actually get in front of a camera without being a deer in the headlights. My early videos were hysterical. If you want to laugh, go back to 2020 videos and let's see. The information was still good. Just the presentation was I don't know, deer in the headlights, right? So anyway, we're all in soul growth, and putting myself out there and stepping outside of my comfort, hugely valuable, right? And Spirit delivers and shares really valuable information that people can really relate to and grow from. So it's all win-win-win. So this is not the time, you light workers, star seeds, to be shy. This is the time to shine your light. The world needs you, right? So very good. Oh yes, Blindly Inspired's been on. We would love to have you again. We'd love to have you all. Uh, definitely. Oh, hi, Justine. You almost missed us. So anyway, yeah, we hit 17K last week. Thank you for that, Christina. Yeah, it's sad. It's just become really a service, right? So what was I going to say? Speaking of which, 12:12 Eastern time. That's the WTF is up with all these drones, 5-minute video, channeled information from the master teachers. Then at 6 Eastern time, that's where we're going to do the frequency work, DNA activations on light body activations for this full moon and solstice portal with the master teachers, now that we have a few more of you on. Great. Okay. All right. So let me clear my mind. So this 3-card spread we like to do. This may tap into things going on in your personal life and in our community, as well as what's going on in the world around. They just showed me a big rose when I was pulling this. So I think for one or more of you, there's some nice romantic blessings that are in the air or about to come up. I mean, roses can symbolize a lot of things, right? But they symbolize beauty. All right. So this, the feeling of this card is chaotic and agitating to me. So I think for us, we have to maybe double down being in the heart center, because people are just going to be really, crazy out there. Like you need a psychic to know that, right? Like you need tarot cards to tell you that. But it may come up a notch. I think for some reason Tuesday. See if any weird thing comes out on the news about Tuesday, like either like closing um what's it like air travel space or airspace. I mean, some of these things with the drones, I will give you a little sneak view preview. As soon as I went into channel when I was preparing the video about the drones, military popped right in, and then not just the American military. So don't be surprised if they use this to close airspace, to create this impression that the Iranians or somebody are waging war against the United States and that we need to be afraid or whatever. And as somebody aptly posted on the chat earlier, to call in FEMA or the National Guard, that actually came up in the autumn, in the winter forecast that I just posted later this week. Yeah. um Uh, oh, well, I'm sorry I missed this, but then again I miss a lot of your stuff because of some of the things that were mined out on current timelines. Just sometimes impromptu is the best way to go, right, Felicia? And you're a natural channel. I think your horses help you to channel also. They're amazing beings, right? So anyway, Ten of Pentacles, right? Money, follow the money. Lots of money being spent. This, I think, is going on around the world. Lots of conjectures around currency, changes of currency. I think some reports are going to come out about the economy. You can, debate or whatever. Because on one hand, we've had 4 years of Joe Biden, right? Inflation was what? I forgot how many years, but it was a 9% increase in inflation. Now, granted, some of that was pandemic to post pandemic, but in any event, I think a lot of stuff about the economy, the good, the bad, and the ugly comes up. I'm just seeing throwing money away. I think this is also, we start to maybe hear a little bit more about not accepting cash or centralizing things like that or whatever. As I'm saying that, I'm hearing lots of government spending. Some of this might be an excuse with the drones, and some of them are big. They're reporting some of them to be almost the size of like the end, like a car or something like that. They're not all standard drones, right? And I've been seeing a lot of military crafts around me also, and even in the Catskills, somebody in Tannerville was saying they had drones up there too. I haven't seen them in Phoenicia yet, but we might. um and the Chariot, but it's reversed. The Ace of Wands, but it's reversed. All right. Slow down. Mercury station. It's time to, they kind of show me squirrels. So maybe kind of gather your nuts. Maybe just have some extra supplies on hand, in case things do get shut down or supply lines do get cut off. Again, I think it's all planned. It's all orchestrated. We're basically like rats in a maze. I don't think those that are really in power, beyond the governments, the corporation, really have really any regard for human life and human existence, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know that. It's just everything that I see, it just kind of makes me feel that, if you look at to me, my opinion, the archaic way of how diseases are handled, through like poisoning the body to kill all cells, including cancer cells. When things exist in nature, when there's diets that are proven to reduce the chance of getting cancers or serious diseases, they're flashing 80% in my mind. This is just what's coming through. It's not scientific. I mean, it's scientific that these things exist and have been studied. But you know what? As I'm talking, I feel like Spears saying, "Well, let's put it to them this way: that we have more control over our health than we believe, or more influence. We don't have control over anything. Let's face it. you could do all the right things. Like my first yoga teacher would, was strict vegan, did yoga every day, died of breast cancer in her 30s. That was her soul path. Nothing you can do about that. But that said, you eat well, you keep your body alkaline, you do some exercise, oxygenating your blood, you keep purge negative thoughts and programming, and you step more into love, compassion. It's amazing what happens when you feel gratitude. Joe Dispenza, thank you, and all the others that have done the research to give us this valuable information that the ancients have been telling us for thousands of years. You keep the heart open, you tune into love, gratitude, appreciation, compassion, and all these things. You enhance your immune system, you enhance your body's functioning. I mean, it makes sense when you're all these stress hormones, you're bogging down the body, you're creating all this I don't know what the right words are now. The thoughts come in faster than my mouth works, but the point being is that we're only supposed to feel stress when there's a real threat. Like stress, anxiety, these are the precursor emotions to fight or flight. If a tiger's lurking behind a tree there, licking its lips, opening its eyes and saying, Adam, you look like a tender little hors d'oeuvre or whatever, then it's appropriate to feel anxiety and stress, but not waking up and going on social media. The average American, um, according to studies, is in stress hormones 60 to 70% of their waking hours. You're only supposed to be in those stress hormones when there's a threat, to rally superhuman strength to overcome. It's a survival instinct that's exploited. The programming in our society exploits the emotions, basically. It hijacks your emotions, and they're very powerful. And that's how the programming gets propagated, basically. How do you neutralize that? You go into the heart. When you're in the heart frequencies, guess what? Hearts can't be programmed, not through technology, not through subliminal, not through anything. Hearts love. The subconscious mind can be programmed, but guess what? Thank you again, Joe Dispenza, Heart Math Institute, and others. They found the heart stronger than the brain. They found the heart and the brain are connected. They even share cells that no other part of the body does. And when you bring your heart into vibrational coherence, which is nothing in spirituality is hard, right? It's all simple. When you bring your heart into vibrational coherence, how do you do that? Heart's love. It's not rocket science. Be love. If you're having a crappy day, do your best. I'll put it that way. There's days I do my heart brain coherence every day. There are days where I'm not in the right mood, and the last thing I want to do is feel grateful. But that's just my ego. That's just my personal story. That has nothing to do with anything beyond that. So you get present and you push through it, basically. But the more you can be grateful, the more you can be in the vibration of the heart, the more resistant you are to their programming. And this is all, fear and guilt and shame. Those are the biggies, basically. So anyway, what are you guys saying here? Okay. Yeah. Definitely is a growth. Thank you, Christine. Yeah. So somebody that does a lot, a lot of work for the collective, and on YouTube and other platforms. Yeah. Who's Jessica? Who's the real deal? We like the real deal. I've had Sasquatch encounters. Never saw the darn thing. That was the odd thing. In the what year were we? 1983 in the Sierras. Spent the summer camping out in the Sierra Nevada, not the Sierra Madres, in California. And I've had there were 3 encounters, but the one that stand out, I went hiking up on the ridge top. We were camped out near a brook, and there were no birds. There's no sound. It was the eeriest thing. Then all of a sudden, I heard this loud breathing that was above me. I heard thundering footsteps, And I was like, oh shit. And after maybe 5 or 10 seconds, I was like, okay, if whatever this is wanted to kill me, I'd be dead already. Relax. Never saw it, but it was so loud. It was there, and either they're interdimensional or masters of camouflage. Because I was looking, it's like, do I see trees moving? I couldn't see the darn things. That was my Sasquatch experience. Yeah, Felicia. Some people check out also. She's not on the chat, but check out Lily Nova Starseeds. Sometimes she talks about her Sasquatch experiences and does a lot of nice work with extraterrestrials and understanding the phenomena of star seeds and extraterrestrials. Um, and yeah, I thanks. Yeah, sorry, my intuition knew it was real. Right, trust your intuition. Also, very good. So, what else are the cards saying? This is how tarot time. It just flows, right? Let go of things. I think you're gonna see some news. This makes me feel like things get grind to a halt. So again, we may see some delays starting up, and maybe something with oil also. I'm wondering if that's something that's coming up. It's like cutting off supply lines of gas. Getting the prices up again. Um, in lead of the next president's inauguration here and other things. And then again, you control the oil, you control a lot, right? So I wonder if that's part of it, or supply lines in general. Aces are new beginnings, though. I think one of the things it's saying is for you guys, maybe start your YouTube channel, since we talk about it, or do some writing or automatic writing. Start like a new project, get into a new hobby, basically. But the main thing is don't buy into the fear. Yeah, and I am seeing troops. They may start to deploy troops or talk about that. I still don't think there's going to be a World War III, but there is. But I do believe there's still going to be escalation leading to that possibility. So, anyways, so we may see more of that. I'm seeing like a lot being written, so a lot coming out in the news. I want to say, a lot of point counterpoints. So I think more people's voices are getting heard, and all of a sudden I'm seeing teachers, like school teachers. So you may start to hear a little bit more about the educational system, or proposed cuts or stuff like that. Just a real falling. It's almost like just to sum this up, it's like things are falling, the facades are falling all around us. That can be in our personal lives. The people that we thought were our friends aren't our friend, or they're too programmed, or whatever it is, or we're changing and we can't bring people that aren't willing to change with us as we change. Things around us, around your job, stuff like that. It's just a lot of the illusions and delusions are falling now, and this is really we're coming really into the time of the big change in our society, and I think we're really starting to see that. I think these episodes with the drones are really the lead into that. So the structures the society is built on are unsustainable because the foundation is greed and power over others. But these higher frequencies are affecting the earth and affecting the conscious fields, affecting the collective consciousness. It's a vibration that doesn't support the foundation that our society is built on. So in other words, built on the foundation of greed and power over others. Well, these new frequencies don't support that. So if the foundation can't stand anymore, the structures are going to tumble down. Then we're going to rebuild on the foundation of love and compassion and power to the people, by the people, for the people, not power over the people. So moving right along, I have a treat today. And another shout out to a channel that's not on, but that would be Manifest Yourself with Adam and yes, God, I can't pronounce the name. Yes, Frazee. Beautiful law of attraction, spiritual law of attraction work. And this, I know how much this deck costs. This is Salvador Dali, his prince. They gave me this as a gift. It was a really, really beautiful gift, I have to say. So in the impressionistic Art of Salvador Dali. Let's pull a support card for our 3-card spread. Um, page of page of coins, which is the same as pentacles. Oh no. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes these are we'll just say R-rated. Some of the images on these, so I have to make sure there's no naughty bits that I have to hide. Otherwise, YouTube might flag this video for nudity. Any Monty Python fans out there? Naughty bits. um, so I see this figure kind of almost like reaching up to something, almost like a spirit guide. I think what it's saying is that our guides are very active, spirits very active. And if we get very present and open and set the intention, we may meet up with new guides or new extraterrestrial beings. Yeah, the ones that are of light, not the negative ones, and things of that nature. Also, this could be good news around money. So even if the economy's falling and expenses are coming up or whatever, I think some of you are getting good news around a job, around a money situation, or stuff like that. There's a real kind of almost like childlike innocence in this card also, and I think sometimes we have to return to that innocence, basically, just like just each day I do this myself, is just kind of erase the blackboard or delete the computer screen of everything I thought that I knew, so that I'd be an open vessel for the day's lessons to write upon, basically. So I think it's saying, approach this like a child, like with innocence. Let's not be jaded. We know there's a lot of negativity, a lot of control out there, but let's not let that destroy our love and our childlike wonder of, because life is really beautiful. It's challenging, it's hard, and it's not fun for a lot of people, and that's unfortunate, but there still is a beautiful side to it that we need to appreciate. So anyway, I never thought of that. That's interesting. Horses are the 3D animals of Hecate. I never really thought of that. I always thought horses were extraterrestrial beings, or advanced beings, or advanced souls. Felicia could probably validate that. But if you're a horse person, if you're really connected with horses, you almost don't need those reins. You can think, where do I want to go? You can put that image in your mind, and the horse will respond to that, basically. I mean, you have the rage for, obviously, for backup, but they're very, very amazing beings. So yeah, and Hecate is a very powerful energy. Now, Millie, since you know something about that, was she a Greek goddess? I could do my own research. I'm just curious. Even the dark feminine goddess. I'm Adam. And basically, personally, I would not have kicked Lilith out of bed. I'll just leave it at that. You guys that know a little bit about the mythology behind Lilith will appreciate that. Yes, Greek goddess. Thank you for that. Uh, Looking for nice. Nothing wrong with cleaning horse poop, right? Good for the soul, right? So what I have here is the Divine Masters Oracle of I was gonna say Eden Gray. No, it's Kyle Gray. Eden Gray does a lot of tarot work. Kyle Gray. Uh, uh, this is what I believe also. This is what I believe they're of Arcturus too, being an Arcturian starseed. And they have powerful heart energy. Yes, they do. Yeah. Um, I'll flash this one again. Okie dokie. Moving right along. Oh, beautiful. I only know this from my studies, and some of you don't know that I am a witch. I've been initiated into multiple traditions in the 1990s. And now, which is heal, right? It's Wicca, wisdom, right? So that's how I know about Hecate and some of these energies. Um, they're saying, well, it's like I follow this, but I'm not any labels. I'm not a witch, I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Buddhist, but I appreciate these paths, and I've studied them, and I assimilate them into my spirituality. Um, I'm also a martial artist, so I'm part Taoist and Buddhist also, and I'm a yogi, so I'm part of Vedic Hindu. I follow all these paths. Guess what? At the end of the day, if you go to the least common denominator, all saying the same thing. You are love. There's one God, there's one source, there's one being, but there's many paths to that. Um, in Christianity, we have like saints and archangels, and in other tradition we have other deities, but there's still the recognition. Like in Wicca, it's the goddess honoring the divine feminine, but it's still the one source being, right? So anyway, Kyle Gray, what do we have to say? Clearing mind. Here we go. Found the card. Rama and Sita, speaking of Vedic Hindu, holy union, soulmate connection, romantic opportunity. Who's fallen in love? Inquiring minds want to know. Let me know. No, I'm just teasing, but good. And of course, this could be a union of the divine masculine and feminine within. It doesn't have to be, for everybody that you're meeting your soulmate, or you have a soulmate relationship. We are our own soulmates. We're our own best lovers and best friends, right? I'm not saying that in a sexual way, by the way. Although there's an argument for that also. But soulmate connection, romantic opportunity, holy union, right? And lo and behold, somebody was mentioning Arcturian. She's blue. No coincidences, right? Uh, so anyway, beautiful message there. So I have the Isis Oracle. So yeah, am I part Egyptian? Sure. I've studied a little bit of Egyptian mysteries. And Sekhmet comes through in my channels ever since last year. 8/8 was the first time Sekhmet came through in my channeling work. Sekhmet, the lion goddess, cousin of Bastet, the calf goddess, who I believe are, and in the channel, actually, one of the first times they what I got, I can't prove it, is that there were 12 Sekhmets, basically, that they were from the what were the Vega, right, the Lyran system, where we understand through research that the feline people, the people that have feline faces and humanoid bodies, came from. So I think a lot of the mythos were based on the extraterrestrial and higher beings that were helping humanity at the time. So it's interesting, yeah. You guys say so much can be healed if we come to a place of love. Yes, and I think Shiva was Andromeda, and you may be onto something, since I don't know. Um, the moon is the moon uniting the energies. That's beautiful. Moon is in Gemini, so that would be appropriate, right? Uh, my cat will say, my cat say, I call him a mini mountain lion, now a little tigress. Mythos, are those real? Hey, hey. And my both of my ex-wives, made some reference to me being cat man, because I love cats so much, and I can coax virtually any scaredy cat out of hiding. Give me about 10 minutes, I can coax virtually anyone. And my second wife, who's one of my best friends now, even though we're not married, would tell me that's one of the reasons that she married me, because nobody could get Munchkin out of the closet. And I went over to her apartment the first day, um, went to the closet and talking, and the cat came out, and she just had this look like she'd never done that. And I've heard that a lot. So I'm probably part Lyran too, and other animals come to me, but it's just our vibration. It's and I say these things sometimes. I sound like I'm tooting my own horn, and maybe I am a little bit, but the message behind that is whatever I can do, you can do. It's all a product of spiritual training, and we're all equal. We're just at different places of our evolution. um Catman, yeah. Catman, Catman, Catman. All right, so this is the Isis oracle. Back to Isis. I have to clear my mind. Oh God, I've got to get the Bob Dylan song out of my mind. His song Isis. Okay. If anybody's like new to our community, yeah, we get silly on Sundays, and we do talk about music. We're a bunch of music lovers here. So what is this? Talismans of potency, charging sacred objects of power. What a beautiful message. I think it's a message for us to, it's a full moon. Even though the full moon was technically last night, because it's 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m., it's still, if you're within 72 hours of the full moon, you've got that full moon energy. Let's all go out, put our sacred objects, and let it get a moon charge tonight. Maybe that's what it's trying to tell us. Also, talismans of potency. Yeah, let's not get diminished by what's going on. They were very potent. It's a very divine feminine energy. Men need to find their divine feminine. Honey, they all of a sudden show me raccoons that are like little thieves. So maybe also I'm understanding that scamming on social media has run rampant to a whole new level now. So anything questionable that comes up, with AI, it's very clever now. Don't respond. Basically, don't click any websites or any links on any social media unless you're 100% sure where it comes from and it's legitimate. That's interesting. The cat is the rabbit in Chinese astrology. How interesting. Uh, and what beautiful. What are they? This is the Isis Oracle deck. This was a gift from Josh of Mr. Floyd's Universe channel. And since I'm talking about gifts, this deck that I used before, that's from Doreen of Children's School of Yoga, the Kyle Gray deck. And speaking of gifts, we have Moonology coming up, which was from Millie. Thank you for that also. Since it's a full moon, let's see what message we can get from this one. My favorite card. Cool. I don't know if you're talking about Moonology or the one I just used, Isis, or the one before, but anyway. That's Katie saying, mask yet thumbs, curious to say, like children, it's destructive or can be when hungry. Habit, rabbit, cat. Oh boy. Isis. The Isis Oracle. Yeah. Oh, Isis. There we go. Your cat bought you a cat. Yeah, that happened. Well, one of my cats bought me a cat. I couldn't keep the cat, but I eventually got it to a no-kill shelter. He's a good cat too. My in Florida, my cat kept he kept telling me that I need to go outside, and so I went outside and he said I need to look under the house. Look under the house. There's this poor emaciated cat, cold and under that. So I gave the cat milk. I know you're not supposed to, but he needed some fast protein, so I did that. Brought him really back to life. Great cat. He rode up with me from Florida in my car on the passenger seat. Didn't need a cage. He was so good. Rode up with me all the way to New York. But we had, where we're staying, there were 5 other cats. So I wound up taking him to Baidu and got him a good home. So anyway, so you're right. Oh, interesting conversation. Will become destructive. So many. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Josh has some very really nice Kuan Yin readings, absolutely. And see, I love them. So I have to be selective. If not, I would have. Yeah, I need to get maybe another angel oracle deck that's not adoring virtue, because all the ones I have are adoring virtue. A hawk, I love hawks. That's one of my totems. Yeah, Elena Fairchild. Yeah, she did Alana Fair. I think she did this deck, right? Anyways, this is how tarot time runs into infinity. We're already been on 55 minutes. That's it. 'Cause I like a good cat story. Uh, she apparently had a kitten who survived after who knows what. Yeah, but it was a whisper, right? There's a kitten in my room. I said no, thinking the worst. Wow. Yeah, I mean, but it's good. It's good. Yeah, and yeah, indeed, wild as rare as his soul. The last kid experience. Very nice. Thank you for your comments, everybody. Oh, that's interesting. To infinity and beyond. Thank you. I have to clear my mind. God, I needed the right card, dear spirit. Okay, that now. See, my hand moves by itself. Well, not by itself, but it seems that way when I'm really in tune. And we got first quarter moon. So even though it's the full moon, this is the card. A lot of violet, right? So and white. So a lot of that violet energy, which is very heightened energy and very protective also. What it says, your commitment is being tested, so don't give up. Um, what do we shout out about 7 or 8 people that have YouTube channels? Don't give up. You have to commit to whatever it is, your spiritual path, whatever it is. Don't give up. Basically, great message, great reminder. Thank you, Moonology. What else do we have? Frequency of the week. This is the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. All right, so clearing my mind again. This one. No, the one above it. One above it. Okay, this one. Passion 34. So we had the nice kind of very soft violet, white, lavender to the very fiery passion card. And then what it says is the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies a hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core. When we can let it go, when we can let its long lasting wisdom fill us up. So don't give up. Find that passion, right? We're connecting the dots here, right? Tarot time is connecting the dots. So find that passion. If it gets lost, sometimes you just have to put it down for a while. My passion is up and down. So is everybody's. It happens. So yes. Good card. And you can get the energy of it by gazing at the card in the middle and absorbing this sacred geometry, the shapes and colors. And where are we? We're at 5843. So if you need a little boost, go to 5843 this video, and you can pause it and just gaze at the card and get that passion flowing. Yes, fire, Laura. Yes. Right. Oh, who said that first? You or me, Millie? Either way, great minds think alike, right? Since I just saw that. Sacral and root. Those are the colors, right? Sacral and root. Uh, Passion's a good thing. Your desire's a good thing. Not selfish desire, or not. Certain desires are a good thing. A pure desire to me is spirits urging to create something amazing through you. So you look at the Latin roots, there's two that come up, but literally de sire, sire's father, and de is of, so literally of the father, of spirit, or of God. But there's another variation, desiri de desirae. I forgot how you pronounce it, but it means longing also. But in any event, so I kind of in my mind amended the whole Buddhist statement that desire is the root of all suffering. I think it's attachment to desire is the root of suffering. Desire is a pure energy of creativity, as far as I'm concerned, a passion. My working definition, my opinion. What else? I could have sworn I bought an animal totem deck with me, but I don't have it, which is weird. Oh well, we don't get an animal this week, but we do get a starseed oracle card. Well, we'll do it psychically, and all of a sudden, as I said that, what I saw was a lion in my mind. So that can be our channeled animal message. The big cats are about pride, right? They're about strength. The lions are about overcoming the lower nature in order to rise up. And in the ancient Egyptian times, if anybody ever read the book Initiation by Elizabeth Hatch, she talked about her past life in pre-Pharaoh Egypt, and they didn't have horses; they had lions, but they with their will they could the lions would pull the chariots, and the adepts would use their will to direct the line. I'm seeing pyramids now as I'm talking about it. Um, so so this could also be a segue into working with Sekhmet, the lion goddess also. So as far as the Starseed Oracle goes, thank you, Spirit. I got my card, and the card says, "You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north." Interesting. Face your true north. What's true north? In the northern hemisphere, the sun's never in the north, right? So that's the place of dark, the place of mystery, the place of learning. It's the place of stillness, right? And the place of cleansing. Because what happens in the winter, the season of the north, the land cleanses itself in preparation for rebirth. And we're in the winter season, not coming. We're in the winter season. It officially begins on the 21st, but we're in it. And sometimes you get your own messages through the art here also. Find your truth. Yes, blindly inspired. Absolutely. Oh. Every other tarot time, and hi, Kathleen, I have either the medicine cards with me or the messages from the animals, the Sea Farmer deck. Because because the medicine card is just North American animals, so sometimes I like to mix it up. Like the other deck has Asian, African animals also included. Meerkats even are included in that one. But funny, it's like in my mind, I got that deck and it's right here, but it's physically not here. So anyway, thank you for giving me the image of the line. Big cats are about pride also. So anyway, I think you got that. So last but not least, do I have my angel card? Well, I do have my angel cards. Funny. All right. This is from Doreen Virtue in her prior incarnation in her same physical body. Messages from the angels. Clear mind. So it goes the final message. Archangel Michael. Maybe Michael will come through the channel tonight. So at 6 p.m. we're doing frequency channeling for the full moon. Light code activations, DNA activation here on the Medium channel, and Gosh, right around now, in just a minute or two, there's going to be an upload coming on the Medium channel. WTF is up with all these drones, so I got some channeled information to share. Just a 5-minute video for you guys to check out. So I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So we have Michael working with us to give us that strength and courage to not allow all these negative energies of those that want to control everybody and control humanity interfere with our expansion of our heart, with our pure desire to create something amazing, to allow Spirit to create something amazing through us to enrich and enlighten the world. So draw on the energies of Archangel Michael. You can visualize, and thanks to Steve Noble's work, I use these symbols, and they're the most powerful angel symbols I've ever used in my life, from Steve Noble on YouTube. But and this particular one I've seen before, but that is still powerful. It's just visualize a sword with electric blue flames around it, and you either think or call the name Michael or Michael if you want to use the Hebrew name. And by doing that, you call the energies of Michael to you, and you can just see yourself surrounded with swords and blue fire that protects from any of these negative forces. Again, you never feel vulnerable. So I'm always hesitant to use the word protection because there's so much power in words. But so maybe we'll call the self-protection, because it's not outside of you. It's like we had the capacity through alignment with God's Spirit or Source to be protected from virtually everything. And those things that happen that we might deem as negative or troubling or feeling unprotected, it's just part of our learning and growth. We're always safe and protected. And Archangel Michael, the messenger of God that helps us to step more into our power, into our confidence, and to he's the chief of the angels, right? According to the Bible. So he's the one that will slay the demons and protect us from negativity. But it's within. It's nothing outside of us. It's all within us. We are the powerful ones. We are the keeper of the sacred knowledge. So that's what I have for you. Enjoy the drone video. For those of you guys that watch it, 6 p.m. we're back to do some channeling. Thanks for being here. I love you guys, and see you at the next video.